What's up, Facebook? How are you doing today? How are you? Episode 88 of the Daily Dose. It's time to unclog. It's time to unclog. How about these trees? Love my trees? These are the oak trees. Canopy. We live in a canopy here. This is literally all around me. Good morning to you. Let me know when you come on here, if you come on live or on the replay. Just say good morning like you do when you see my sunrise. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Dose. My name is Mark Avens. I'm the creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough and the Lean Quarantine 21-day fitness challenge, home fitness challenge. And with that, we're going to actually take a little different direction today. And we're going to talk about unclogging those weight loss troubles. Watch them just go right down the drain. Wouldn't that be awesome? Imagine earlier this week we talked about imagine if you could just unclog any of those weight loss problems. And I'm coming to you right now, a little different perspective, because I'm going to share with you where I'm at right now. I'm on my roof, and you see what's right over there. And I don't know if you live where you can get on your roof, but I can. We live in a little ranch. And we have a ladder, and I have to get up on here. And I don't know if you can see this, but we had some storms. Good morning. But if you see this bunch of branches, actually it's not too bad on the branches on my house. And I'm going to show you where we're going. I don't know if any of this looks familiar, but I'm going to share see that, some ventilation things I didn't know about. And I have some gutters and so forth, but you see here. But I don't know if you know what that is. You know what that looks like. Looks like something. Now, I'm not even. All right, there we are. There we go. Gave me a spot to sit down. Don't worry, I didn't say anything when it went offline. But yeah, so I'm on here because what happens in my roof? You're like, what the heck are you talking about? Yes, we're in the Daily Dose. Yes, 88, and I'm up here and about ready to clean off all these branches and twigs and stuff on a roof, because what happens sometimes it gets stuck down there. Gets stuck in the gutter, and I got to clean out the gutters, and I got to come up here. And also, when our drains get clogged, we live in an older house, and when our drains sometimes get clogged, I have to come up here and I have to use this thing right here. So bear with me, because there's a point to this story. I have to unclog the drain. So as I'm sharing that with you, it made me think it's kind of like we try to do when we are trying to get out of our weight loss struggles and try to unclog what's going on. And it truly is like an unclogging, if you will. Hey, Simone, good morning, Tina. It is a bit of an unclogging, right? Or you can keep it clogged. But what happens with like a clogged drain or gutters? Think about this, is if you own your home, or maybe you have to deal with that and you have to clean out your gutters, right? You saw all the branches, all the stuff. I have to continually come up on here and blow off the leaves off the roof, or I could have my teenager do it. But right now I'm not too old where I can still climb up on my roof. But I'm careful, don't worry. I have flip-flops on. How about that? I'm not barefoot, I have flip-flops on. Let me go here. So let's talk about how this relates to weight loss. Because here's what happens. You can call it anything you want. Today we're going to talk about being clogged. It's like a drain that's clogged, right? Like, okay, you want to get better. You want to lose the weight. You want to get healthier. And you hear is like, I just feel stuck. I hear this all the time, Mark. I just feel stuck. I've tried all these ways. Can't get motivated, and I just, I do well. And why I'm sharing this on Thursday is because typically early in the week, people have all the intentions and motivation and drive, and they know what they need to do, and they maybe even have a bit of a plan, and they get kind of their efforts are starting out good. And then what happens is there's a clog that happens. It gets stuck, right? And my wife and I laughing the other day. We were on a bike ride, and I forget what movie it is. I think it's I can't think of the movie. It's like you're stuck in like a sticky wicket. I don't know what that means, but we were laughing about that, and I forget what movie. It's like it's a movie. It's like a relationship movie about like she's not that into you or something to that effect. Or maybe it's the wrong movie. But anyway, yeah, stuck like a clogged drain, right? You ever use a clogged drain? Now, look. Why I'm sharing this with you is because our drains, honestly, we're not clogged right now. And that's the secret. Because what it took forever for me to learn, and many failed attempts, is I tried to go in there down in the sink and clean out the drain, or if the toilet, or you clogged the toilet, right? You had a little bit too much, and maybe you used a little bit too much toilet paper. You were wasteful in the shortage supply of toilet paper, and you clogged your toilet. It's nothing worse than having to clean it or trying to unclog a toilet, right? Or unclog your sink, or unclog the gutters and those things, right? And it's just kind of a pain in the butt, right? And what happens if you don't unclog it, right? You don't unclog your toilet, it's going to overflow, and it's going to be a mess, complete mess. Same thing in your sink, right? It's going to be a complete mess if you don't unclog your sink. In fact, you won't be able to use it. It'll be broken. Like, your toilet will be broke. You'll have to go, hopefully, if you have another toilet in your house, you have to go use your other toilet. And that's really not just inconvenient, it could be a disaster, right? If you do nothing. It's kind of like the same thing that happens when you're trying to lose weight and you get stuck and you get clogged. And what I would say is, and I want to relate it, because what I did for a while is I tried to just figure it out on my own. I tried to just figure out how to, now, like, okay, I could probably figure out how to unclog the toilet and, do this and that. And I never knew, and the reason why I'm up here on the roof is because it took me forever to figure out that I can actually fill that little thing right up there with water that goes as a vent that goes into the drain. And I could use what's here. I tried to use a hand one. This is a drill one. And I could unclog this. I can unclog the sink and unclog the drain right from the top of my roof. And you know what? I haven't always been a homeowner, but I have been for the last 18 years. And it took me a while to figure it out. I would just think we'd try to go in and then we'd hire somebody and have them come and do it, an expert. And you know what? They do it like this. And then you know what I learned? I learned from the expert what I needed to do. And he shared me. I hired a plumber. I think it was like $150 to come unclog the drain, right? I had him just do it for me. And it's kind of like what happens in weight loss. And here's what happens. Problem is people try to get unstuck or unclogged, if you will, when they're trying to lose weight. And it's really hard. My encouragement, the daily dose, by the way, is an encouragement. And I want to be encouraging to you so that you don't stay stuck, so that you can get unstuck and unclogged. And so now, guess what? In the last year or two, our drain hasn't been clogged at all, unless maybe the kids stick something down. And they got to learn as well. But because we're doing the things we need to do to prevent it from getting clogged. And you know what we're doing is we're putting preventative. We're putting some Drano, cleaning out, making sure we don't put any heavy foods, even though we have a garbage disposal, is making sure we are not excessive with the amount of food that we put down there. We also learned if it does get stuck, that we have this thing here that gets attached to a drill and we can go and get it unstuck or unclogged. And the same thing in our toilet. We learned from the expert what we needed to do. And you know, I haven't had to call a plumber in a long time. And that's actually been a beautiful thing. It saved me money by having to call a plumber to fix it. It's kind of like the same thing with our health, right? As I sit here up on my roof, if you didn't know. It's only one story, don't worry. And I got a ladder and I'm sturdy. I am wearing flip-flops. That's probably not the safest thing. But I would say it's kind of the same thing when it comes to weight loss. As I see people get stuck, and they stay stuck, and stay clogged up in this like bottleneck, and they stay stuck, and they try to figure it out on their own, and they mess up, and maybe they have a little success, and the next thing you know, they're blocked, they're back. And again, it's Thursday again. Are you already struggling to kind of have a really successful week? Does that actually sound familiar to you? Hey, Lonnie, hey, Brooks. And if it does, I want to just tell you, and Cynthia, good morning. I want to tell you that you're not alone. Just so you know, you're just like my drain. my drain is really no different, and my gutters are no different than my neighbors next door. And they might be newer, and there might be different, technology and all that kind of stuff. There might be different ways, but I would say at the end of the day, they all kind of work the same. So my encouragement to you is, instead of trying to figure out on your own this whole weight loss thing, gosh, it's already hard enough. The difference, I would say, is when you try to figure out this whole health thing on your own, what happens when you stay stuck in your weight loss battle and your struggles with trying to get healthy? What happens when you stay kind of clogged up? Well, what happens is your body gets clogged up. Then the decisions you make, not only they get clogged up, then the things that happen down the road end up costing you money down the road. And how do I know this? Because I know plenty of people who don't take care of their personal health. And I'm not talking about like being like, you know, sexy beast with the six-pack abs, you know, shredded and all that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about being healthy, having the weight off your body so that you don't have to call the plumber. And what does it look like as far as in the weight loss terms and human, not talking about house stuff, your house, your body. You're going to have to call an expert. That means you're going to potentially have to go to a doctor at some point. And they may say, hey, you're going to need to go on this blood pressure medicine and this cholesterol medicine, and you know what, you're going to need surgery on your knees and on your joints because you blew them out, because you know why? Because you've been carrying around extra 50 pounds on your body for the last 15 years. And guess what? You're going to need this surgery now. And guess what? You're not going to be able to work. And guess what? You're not going to be able to do the things you want to do. And guess what? Because you didn't take care of yourself and you kept living an unhealthy lifestyle, it's going to cost you this, this, and this. And guess why? Because now insurance companies aren't going to cover it. You only get 2 visits at the physical therapist's office. Now you're going to have to take better care of yourself. And guess what? It's going to be a lot harder now because guess what? You're 20 years older than you were. So the encouragement to you is to don't do what I did when it came to this. We've been in this house for 18, I've been in the same house. Now we have a brand new roof. I'm excited. This is a brand new roof. And check this out. I'll even relate it to the roof. 2 years ago, I remember about this time of year, maybe a little bit later in the year, rain. I don't know if you live in Florida, you know when it rains, it comes down here, like it comes down. It did just the other day. In fact, my wife was like, it was like a monsoon out there. And it came down. And you know what I was excited about? Is that there was no leaks in our house. And you know what? We fought it. We had tried to patch it up. We tried to, you know, we realized that our roof, although it was a little over 10 years old, was messed up. And you know what? We could have kept patching it up, and we could have kept trying to plug up the holes and trying to, you know, damage control underneath in the house down below here. Damage control. Oops, sorry. All right, there we go. Sorry. Damage control. And you know what we did? We got an expert in. We hired an expert in to come and take care of it. We have a brand new roof, which is a beautiful thing. And you know what? We let the experts do what they needed to do. Now that was a preventative. Kind of like, right, when you invest in yourself, you invest in somebody, an expert, to help you get on the right path, to make sure that your house, your foundation, your roof, your pipes, everything is in check. Isn't that valuable? Like that, my encouragement to you is think of it like your house. The only thing that's different from like say a house and your body is that you can replace a roof. I mean, yeah, you can replace some joints. So you can pose an argument with me and say that, yeah, you can replace joints, Mark, and yeah, you can do a tummy tuck, and you can do a boob job and a facelift, and you know, all those things. What do they do now? Ab implants and calf implants and stuff like that. Crazy stuff, right? You can do that, right? But that's different. You're removing, it's as if you were to rip the roof off and put something fake on. It's just really, really interesting. But I know maybe I'm going off a little side note, but here's the deal. To unclog your problems with your weight loss and make sure that they go down the drain is to not do what I did, and is to just continue to struggle, continue to try and figure it out on your own, and continue to waste time and effort and energy and probably a lot of money doing it the wrong way. Go through it and do it the right way. Learn what you need to do. I hired an expert. I had a plumber teach me what I needed to do so that my drains would never. He showed me exactly how to use this thing here. He showed me how to do this. If you hadn't been on here, you're gonna have to go back and watch. He showed me how to use this if the pipes get clogged up. Yes, I'm on my roof. I'm still on my roof. And he showed me exactly what I needed to do so that I didn't have to pay him to come and do like spend $150 on a 2-minute job of doing exactly what he showed me how to do. And that's what I want to do. Why am I sharing this with you? My encouragement to you is that's what I do when it comes to people's health and helping them lose weight. I help unclog what needs to be unclogged, to help get you unstuck if you're stuck. Stop being stuck. Stop going around the same kind of cul-de-sac, if you will, of trying to figure it out, trying. I hear this hundreds of times all the time. I'm trying hard. Are you just not tired of trying? I'm getting too old. I'm going to be rounding the corner at 50, and some of you I know may be older, so don't say, oh, you don't know what it's like. Wait until you're 60. I heard that when I was in my 30s from people that told me, Mark, you don't know what it's like. Wait until you're in your 40s. Well, I know now. I know that I'm the best that I can be right now. But I'm pursuing better. I want to pursue even better. And I don't know what that looks like for you, but if you're stuck, if you're clogged up, if you're just tired of it, chances are, if you're anywhere near my age, in your 40s or maybe even older, and you've been kind of clogged and stuck for a long time, maybe now it's time that you do something different. Maybe it's time that you invest in in an expert. I could potentially be that expert. You see, what I've done in the past 25 years is create this program. It's basically a program specifically designed. I say basically because it's basic, but it's specifically designed for busy moms and dads over 40, men and women over 40 who are struggling, who are clogged in their weight loss battle, who are trying to lose weight, who are trying to get it to wash down the drain. And I say down the drain because what happens when you wash something down the drain? When you wash stuff down the drain, do you ever see it again? Never, ever, ever. You never see it again. And that's what I want to do for you. If you're a good fit for my coaching program, then we're going to unclog. If we have to use this, well, I'm not personally going to use it. You might have to do something different, but we'll literally unclog your problems that you have with weight loss. And not only that, what happens when you unclog it? It goes right down the drain so that you never have to see it again. And if you would like more information on how to unclog your weight loss problems and wash down the drain for good, send me a message. We'll get on a quick call. It's a 10-minute call, literally. It doesn't even cost you anything. We'll see if we're a good fit to work together. And if we are, awesome, we'll take that next step and we'll get you on the right path. If not, I have about 150 colleagues all over the planet. In fact, I was connecting with one the other day from the Netherlands, and I have tons and tons of connections. I'll make sure that you get pointed in the right direction. Because it's just like any professional, right? You hire a plumber and you know maybe your plumber the plumber you had recommended to you lives far away, or maybe the contractor doesn't do renovations. They maybe only do new construction, or maybe they only work on ranch style houses like mine, or maybe they only work on big monster houses like that one behind me. Again, so there's different fits that are a good fit for people, whether it's talking about a house or talking about your own personal health. Reach out to me, send me a message. I hope this was encouraging to you. I hope if it just puts it in perspective. I'm a visual guy. If you're clogged up, it's like, think about your drain and your sink. Are you going to do what you need to do to unclog it? Yes. So it shouldn't be any different with your own health. If your weight loss is crushing you right now, if you're stuck, if you're clogged, today could be the day that you basically get on the phone with an expert and get them in your corner and make sure that they teach you what you need to do, how you need to do it, what you need to do to eat, how you need to exercise to make sure that you can be the best, just like I want my house to be in the best possible shape. Take care and have a blessed day. We'll see you.